Hello, hello, and welcome to Microeconomics. This is the course that teaches some of the basics or principles of microeconomics, and we're going to be studying a lot about markets as a way to show what microeconomics is about. So we're going to start out, some courses will start out in chapter 1, some in chapter 2. But we're going to be studying what economics is, why do we need it, and how to make it work for us in our lives. Now, most people think economics is about money, and we talk a lot about money, but it's not really about money. It's really about how people and individuals make decisions. Now, in microeconomics, we can be talking about individuals, we can talk about businessmen and companies. All of those are included in microeconomics because that's how individuals make decisions to achieve the best outcome that they can. We're going to be talking a lot about graphs, and we try to make it as simple as possible. It's not going to be that difficult, but you do need to do the orientation assignments and make sure you know how to work the graphs. You will have to do that in the Cengage lab. But our main focus is on how markets work. We're going to first talk about the markets in general, how they're formed, how the demand and supply diagram is brought into being, why it's important, and why markets seem to work better than any other form of government. There's a lot of controversy right now in the country with democratic socialism and more government intervention, thinking that they can make things better. They can't give a historical reference of where that has actually been the case. Usually governments, the more power they get, the more they pick winners and losers, and the worse the economy generally becomes. Maybe they can do better this time if they should achieve substantial power. But history has shown that free markets work better than markets that are controlled by the government. Now, they don't always work great, but they usually, generally, in the long run, work better. Now, government does have a role in markets. When our country was first founded, it was founded on the idea that government was to be like a referee. That the government would not pick winners and losers, but would just enforce the rules that were there to make sure that everything was fair and everything was above board. And that often works. Sometimes governments do have to get involved in markets for one reason or another. But generally speaking, if the referees, so to speak, have too much power, they eventually assign winners and losers, and it does not improve the game. You could say, on the other hand, if there were no referees or no government, that would be bad also, and that's correct. The role of government is to make sure that markets are playing all by the same rules. Again, the reference to a referee is a good analogy. But if the referees get to the point where they can control the outcome of the game, then all of a sudden it becomes all about the referees and not the game itself. So just keep that in mind as we're going through. When you're studying your course, in each chapter, you're going to see three. Under each chapter, I'm thinking like an economist right now. You're going to see, under that, you're going to see three different folders: a Learn It folder, a Study It folder, and an Apply It folder. In the Learn It folder, you will click on that and it will give you an introduction video. That's where the readings are, each chapter readings. You got to read the chapter. It will give you an overview of helpful hint, and that's what's in Learn It. On the Study It module, We're talking about some short videos or problem videos that help add to the learning. And you can use that. There are also more additional resources available on the Cengage website. When you go to the Cengage website, those folders there are lined up with these folders in the sense that for Chapter 2, you have a learn it, a study it, and apply it. And then for each chapter, you have an apply it. This is where your graded assignments are. For each chapter, you have a homework assignment, and you have at least one other activity this week. It might be an introductory discussion or whatever. It varies from chapter to chapter. The only consistent thing is the homework for each chapter. And after that, you might have different things, like in Chapter 4, you have a bunch of video quizzes to watch. Those are all on Cengage. Please access all of them from Blackboard so that you'll have a good understanding of them and you'll be able to find them much easier. It also has a homework section. So we're going to be talking about economics. Again, this is microeconomics. Why do we have economics? It's because of scarcity. Now, what is scarcity? Scarcity just simply means there's not enough stuff to go around. And the first thing you think of scarcity is you think of money, but you'll be surprised to hear that from an economic point of view, it's not money that's scarce. It's other things, and we'll talk about that later on in the course. And then we'll talk about different aspects of economics, so forth and so on. But anyway, that's a short introduction of what we're going to be learning and why we're going to be learning it. Hope you pay attention. Hope you get a lot out of it. This is a new course, so if you have any problems or suggestions, please feel free to let me know. With that said, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you on the first day of class. Thank you.